All right, welcome back to another episode of React and Chill with Chubby Dudley. It is me, Bay Ragney, Chubby Dudley, Easy Rider, here for another episode of React and Chill. And it's been a few minutes. Actually, it's been like over a week, maybe even 2 weeks since the last episode. Things have just been getting crazy between this whole chewing the fat that I'm doing with everybody. The last one, we did a 5.5 hour interview with Stevie Wonderful. We have another one coming up this Sunday night with Donnie Allen. And it's getting interesting. It's getting very interesting. It's getting deep. And there's a lot more fat to chew. So I hope you're ready for it. But we have some ECW TV to watch as well. So, excuse me, I'm going to hit play. We're going to check out what's coming up. But before I do, very, very important, go down below, hit the subscribe button, and ring that bell. Get all the notifications. Channel growing big time. Actually, in the last 24 hours, 15 new subscribers. So thank you. If you haven't done it already, do it now. Let's get into this. I'm going to throw myself down here in the corner, make the screen bigger, and I'm going to push play and see what we're about to watch.
Welcome back, fans, and as all of you know who attended our Super Summer Sizzler Spectacular June 19th at the ECW Arena, or any of you out there with the uncut, unedited videotape of that Super Summer Sizzler knows, Terry Funk, the living legend, is real.
I'm just going to say real quick, my new good friend, the one and only Jay Sully, sounds super professional. Great job so far, but let's see if it goes off the rails. Sorry, Jay, I had to do it.
And truthfully, the king of Philadelphia. He had the crown stolen from him at the Super Summer Sizzler from Eddie Gilbert, and Terry Funk is now back in town, and we're going to see him in action right now. But he's back in town looking for his crown.
At this time, from the wilds of Canada, weight unknown.
Who's that? Funk versus Dudley, and not as in one of the Dudley boys.
He weighs in at 240 pounds. The living legend, Terry Funk.
Isn't it like sad to hear that, like the living legend, and sadly he's no longer with us? It's weird.
Going to be calling this match with me, the ECW Heavyweight Champion, The Rock, Don Morocco. Welcome, Don, to the Eagles Nest.
Well, I'm sure it's all your pleasure having me here. And it's I'm doing a little spotting for Hot Stuff International as we watch Terry, what's his name here?
The living legend, Terry Funk. You know who that is, Don Morocco.
Dudley is making Canadian Wildman, Canadian Wolfman. His real name is Dudley. He's making me nervous. The way he was green to the business right here, and he's just the way he's moving around, very unorthodox, which is part of his gimmick, but making me nervous.
Morocco facing off against that wild man himself, the Canadian Wolfman.
You know, Terry Funk is undertaking a giant task here coming to the ECW. He's looking at Hot Stuff International. He's running into it head on. Well, he's got a lot of trouble coming for him.
Yeah, if there's anybody who can handle themselves, Don Morocco, I think it's Terry Funk. You know that as well as I do.
I granted, Terry Funk.
Yeah, he can't even run the ropes.
A great wrestler. Terry Funk used to be a great competitor, but he spent all these years in Hollywood, all these years making movies and television, that he's lost the edge he once had. You can see this right now. The Wolfman is running circles around him.
I have to disagree with you there, Rock. Terry Funk, they may call him the little...
He had to be. I mean, Funk had to be saying to himself, like, this kid can't even run the ropes, and they got him in the ring with me.
Living legend, but his days are hardly over in the ring. Still an incredible competitor and a welcome one here in the ECW. Working over that left arm of the Canadian Wolfman, working on that shoulder area, Don.
He still knows how to attack the pressure points. He still knows how to stretch them and bend them.
This Canadian
Look how
Wolfman
red his
is a
head's
competitor,
getting.
But I don't know if he's any match for the living legend Terry Funk.
Well, if he's as tough as he is ugly, Funk is in for a long night.
I'll stay away from that one, Don. No comment, fans.
He
I heard you
is
got a couple tattoos
ugly.
too on your chest.
Not me, Don Morocco.
Maybe you'd like me to put a couple there for you.
No thank you. No thank you. Oh, a rake of the eyes by the Canadian Wolfman on Terry Funk.
Beautiful scientific moves.
The Funker's not going to like that one. Firing back with an elbow. Another elbow. Terry Funk now getting ready to whip the Wolfman across the ring. Is he going to follow it up? Oh, yes, with a big left elbow on the top of the head of the Canadian Wolfman.
Terry's like, let's just take this home. Oh,
What do you think of that, Don Morocco?
I think we better call a doctor. I think he just got a hernia there.
yeah, right.
Up again, a second.
There we
body
go.
slam
He
by Terry
doesn't know
Funk.
when to quit. I can tell
He
you that.
powered him up there.
That says a lot about the strength of Terry Funk. I didn't think he'd be able to get this big man up. And a
Oh.
third time? Yes, a third body slam.
He's just showing off now.
Oh, and a nice leg drop by Terry Funk. And a cover. There's one. There's two. Oh.
Oh.
The Canadian
Oh.
Wolfman kicking out at the count
Great
of two.
resiliency. You can tell all the hours he
Was
puts
not
into the
expecting
gym
it.
training and working out. Look at the striations in his abdominal section.
Are we looking at the same wrestler, Don Morocco? Are you kidding me? The Canadian Wolfman spending time in the gym? I don't think so.
When you spend your time with Hot Stuff International, the whole world, you look through rose-colored glasses.
Spinning toe hold by Terry Funk, one of his patented moves.
The famous Funk spinning toe hold, that's been around for years and years.
And there's the bell. Yes, the Canadian Wolfman unable to hang on. Terry Funk, the victory.
There you go.
Over the Canadian Wolfman. Terry Funk, the living legend.
Look, all that time in Hollywood, he still can't find the camera.
That's funny.
Terry Funk and Stan Hansen together in the ring as partners. This has got to be the first time ever in 20 years. Terry Funk and Stan Hansen together as partners. Now, I understand that this Eddie Gilbert's run out and got Abdullah the Butcher because he wants somebody that can stand toe-to-toe with Terry Funk and myself. Well, that's true. Abdullah the Butcher can stand toe-to-toe, belly-to-belly, chin-to-chin, fist-to-fist with anybody in pro wrestling. But Terry Funk and I, we've been coming from Texas, and Terry taught me years ago never to take a step backward unless you're falling forward. And that's exactly what's going to happen, brother. That's what's going to happen. Eddie Gilbert, get your man Abdullah. Terry Funk and I, the two Texas boys, we're coming. We're coming together, not against each other, but as partners. And nobody has ever seen that.
I was going to say, I was curious if they've ever tagged before. I guess they didn't. I think Stan Hansen just cleared that up for me right then and there. Said that nobody has seen that ever before. So that's interesting. I mean, that's wrestling history right there. And what honestly, at that time, that's a legendary, iconic tag team. I mean, two Texas badasses. I wonder. Here's a question for you. I'm going to throw this out there. What would you name that tag team? Drop it below in the comments. I want to know. Name that tag team. Stan Hansen and Terry Funk. Name that tag team. I'd be curious to see what people come up with. So, all right, everybody, thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Let's blow this thing up. People are watching. Trust me, they're watching. They know about the channel. So, subscribe, drop a comment, give a like, and get ready for more Chewing the Fat. We got a lot of fat chew this Sunday.